Good morning and Happy New Year from the Isle of Man. And for this morning's video, I'm down at a lovely little spot called Port Cornaa. It's on the east coast of the island, at about halfway between Blacksea and Ramsey. Beautiful morning here this morning. It's hardly a breath of wind. Lovely sunny day, and I'd expect it to be the only person here. In actual fact, there's another 3 cars parked here, and people have been for an early morning swim either in the lagoon here or in the sea. And yeah, couldn't get a better day for it really. Warm up in the sun, although the air temperature's only about 5. And now the name Port Cornaa suggests a port, and in actual fact there nearly was a port built here at some time, and I'll talk about that a little bit later. But in the Isle of Man, port generally means just somewhere where you can land a boat, and so sort of small fishing boats would probably be pulled up here on the shore, serving the local farmers and fishermen. But hey, we're going to take a little walk up, not going that far, but up to another nice little spot a bit further up. So hope you enjoy the video. Now I'm down at the far end of the beach now. This is the north end, and this is where the Cornaa River flows into the sea. And at the moment it's low tide, so there's a lagoon behind the beach here, and at high tide the sea flows into the lagoon and fills it up. But we'll just walk up along the side of the river and have a look at the lagoon from this sort of level. So this is the river just flowing into the sea here. There'll be quite a lot of water coming down. We've had a lot of rain recently, and so the rivers are all fairly full. The beach here changes quite a lot from year to year, and probably from season to season, as storms change the sort of geometry of it. I came here once and you couldn't actually see the river flowing out. It was obviously still flowing. You could see it flowing into the lagoon, but you couldn't see where it's coming out because the shingle had totally covered it over. But presumably the river was just flowing through the stones underneath. But over time, of course, it would just wash all that away again and resume its normal course. So this is the lagoon, and it's actually quite impressive for a low tide situation. All this water has just come down the river and totally filled it up. At lower river flow levels times, there'll be not a lot of water here, and you can sort of walk around. So the swimmers have had a good day for it. And up in the distance you can just see the lower slopes of North Barul. So you can see from this side that the lagoon isn't as full as it initially looked. When the tide comes in, all those channels that we can see here will fill up with water. I'm going to take a walk alongside the river. It's a really nice walk this. You can actually go all the way as far as Ballaglass Glen following the river. I haven't got time to do that this morning. So we're just going to go up to a couple of interesting spots on the way and have a look at those and tell you a little bit about them. But a really nice area here, and it's actually quite busy. There's a family walking ahead of me on the track, and another car's just turned up. The last time I came here, funny enough, same thing happened. I was expecting it to be quiet, and it was really busy, and I think it was the last day of the summer school holidays, and a lot of kids were getting dropped off here. I think they have a big party up along the river a little bit further, which is my ultimate destination. So we'll look at that when we get to it. Just up here there's a lovely little cottage. It appears to be generally unoccupied, but it's in a good state of repair, and I seem to remember that it was going to be a holiday let. Now whether it couldn't comply with changing conditions or not, I don't know, but still here, and so it looks quite good. A lovely spot to stay. There's a little bridge over there. Not really needed at the moment. When the tide comes up, it can really come up this far. I'm thinking you can see all this sort of debris washed up here, and I think the tide is actually, a big tide has actually washed it all the way up this far. So this is the little cottage. It's got shutters up at the moment, so I think it is kept in a good state of repair, and I'm guessing somebody comes and lives here from time to time. Crossing over the river now. Just me and my shadow going for a walk. Now just a bit further along the path here is the first sort of point of interest, and buried in the trees, in fact the trees are taking it over. We'll have a little look around it hopefully when we get there. But it was a factory, quite an unusual factory to be located out here in the middle of nowhere. It was an explosives factory, hence the remote location, and the idea was they were going to manufacture the particular brand of explosives, which is called Bellite here, and then build a small port down by the beach to export it from there. The factory was built, I don't think it ever went into production at all, and the port was never built, so the concrete buildings remain here. So here we are at the explosives works. Quite a extensive structure here. No doubt each bit had its purpose. The stream actually, or a stream, runs underneath it. So possibly water is important in the particular type of explosives manufacture that they were doing here. Quite an impressive archway in that particular bit. Oh, two archways in actual fact. So I don't know what function they had. Somebody will. As I said, the trees are now taking over a lot of it. They seem to thrive quite well. And that's quite a tree growing out of the concrete. I'm guessing it's just concrete surrounding something that let it plant itself originally. So leaving the explosive works behind now and continuing along up the path. There's some nice tall trees along here you see growing just the other side of the stone wall. My tree identification is rubbish, so I'm not going to have a guess. But coming up here, the path can split into two sections, and the upper path carries on to Glass Glen. So as I said before, I'm not taking that one today. I'm going to take the lower path, which heads to another interesting location. This is just where the path splits off, and up there is the upper path up to Glass Glen, and some more of those lovely trees there. It's a really nice walk. But as I said, I don't really have time to do it today because I want to have a little look down here. And I'm also trying out two different cameras to record this. This is camera 1. I'm not going to say which it is for the moment. Some people might well guess it. And then when I get down to the river level again, I'm going to switch over to camera 2 and see if we can see any difference in the end result of the video. A bit slippery with leaves down here, that's why I'm taking it rather cautiously. No camping. It's probably a shame because it's probably a lovely camping spot. I don't know if you can hear it now on the audio, but coming up to a lovely area on the river. I said I think this is where the kids came in the summer to their end of holidays party, and I wouldn't be going in the water at the moment myself, but in the summertime it's much calmer and quite a good spot for having a dip, I would imagine. Right, just leaving the river and the waterfalls behind now. I'm just going to go a little way up the road here. So still heading towards Ballaglass, but not going to go all the way up there today. But just thought I'd get a shot of these lovely trees up here. And then maybe have a look down at the waterfall. It's actually proved to be a really busy spot. I can't believe it, there's actually 2 families down there at the moment enjoying the scenery by the river. And this is as far as I'm going to go for today. We'll turn around, head back towards the beach, and hopefully get some aerial shots with the drone when I get there, depending on how busy it is. And we're back at the lagoon now, with the river flowing out into the sea.